Well, hi everyone, I'm Adam and I'm the president and founder of Travelmation. Thank you so much for joining us today. I am joined here today with Cathy Kusuma, who is the vice president of sales for Atlas Ocean Voyages. Atlas Ocean Voyages is a leader and an innovator in the cruising space, and we're going to talk about all of that and more today. Cathy, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me. I love that introduction. That was awesome.
I feel like I did you all justice.
You
with that
did.
intro. Atlas is highly regarded as one of the world's top expedition cruise lines. Now, I know expedition has become a thing in the last number of years. It's gotten really in, so we're gonna talk about that. But explain to me, what is an expedition cruise? And furthermore, what makes it different than the rest?
So I think you hit the nail on the head that it has just become a booming segment of the cruise industry. It's not just a cruise, it's an experience. And so we're able to take people to remote destinations all across the world.
Love it.
We focus on regions like Antarctica and the Arctic. We travel the Med, Northern Europe, a lot of different destinations, and we're expanding on those too.
Yeah.
But really what we're trying to do is bring people into a space where they can experience not just destination immersion, but also the history, the culture, the wildlife.
I got a few chills sitting here. What I love about you all is you all offer 3 different expedition experiences. Is that correct? For a variety of interest, okay?
Correct.
Okay, I want to know about one. Tell me about these polar expeditions. Talk to me about these.
So polar expeditions are truly, in a word, and I think you can talk to anyone who's experienced either Antarctica or the Arctic, they are truly life-changing.
Yeah.
There's something unique and special about experiencing wildlife on a one-on-one basis and looking around, and it really makes you really appreciate the planet we live on. It's not as cold as you think.
I know. Now, I did get to see some photos of a friend of mine who went recently, and I was blown away by the up-close shots of the penguins.
Everyone's experience is very unique.
Sure.
The wildlife you see, from penguins, like you mentioned, walking right up to you, seals that will come up and interact with you in a zodiac, from just the serenity that you feel from being there, it's incredible.
Cathy, for the ultimate foodie, you have what I'm going to try to get this right, an epicurean expedition. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Tell me about this and where it is and what it's like.
Absolutely. We take off our polar expedition team and we bring on our epicurean expedition team. And that is comprised of a gastronomic guest, a guest chef. Sometimes we even have top chefs that have one that are on board. We have visiting wine vintners. We have a taste and traditions expert. And so we really theme everything that takes place on board around the food and wine of the different destinations that we're visiting, and we do this all throughout the Mediterranean. We have all kinds of fun experiences on board, from food and wine tastings on board. We do demonstrations and recipe sharing, and we also do some really cool things. And I think the most fun part about being on board our Epicurean expeditions, or one of the most fun things, is our yachtsman cook-off. And so we actually...
What's the yachtsman cook-off? I got to hear about this.
It's super fun. We get all of our guests involved who want to, that will compete against each other in a very friendly cooking competition. They get to kind of gather all their experiences that they've learned throughout the voyage under the guise of our guest chef's direction, and they'll kind of, again, compete against each other, and everyone gets to taste each other's dishes, and it's a huge fun event that takes place on board. So.
I love it. Talk to me about the cultural expeditions for travelers who truly want to uncover a new perspective.
So our cultural expeditions kind of focus on unique regions that don't necessarily fit into our polar or epicurean categories.
Give me a unique one. Talk to me.
South America.
Yeah.
Iceland.
Ooh.
We have some really cool Northern Europe itineraries. Of course, we do some transoceanic itineraries.
Northern
as
Europe,
well.
that's a 3-trick pony
Yes,
operation
I just
there.
got back from one. It was awesome. We did Reykjavik to Amsterdam, all through Scotland. It was our very first astronomy-themed cruise, which was awesome. So we had this astronomer from NASA on board who was one of our featured guest speakers. We also had a geologist on board. So we got telescopes out, we got sun scopes out, we were looking at sun flares.
Any northern lights?
We did see the northern lights.
Atlas Ocean Voyages. You have heard all of the amazing details, even though there are so many more. This is something that I believe you absolutely must experience. Cathy, this has been a wonderful conversation. Thank you for being a part of this, and thank you for describing everything that Atlas has to offer.
Well, thank you, and thank you for your support.
For exclusive offers and so much more, contact any Travelmation travel advisor to get your next Atlas Ocean Voyage expedition booked today.